The Admiral speaks again and pontificates about the Academy and what a fine institution it is. His speech is becoming slurred, and his eyes are beginning to bug out just a bit. He is saying something, but I can't make out what he's saying. Admiral Amory turns and makes something like a wobbling, mincing return to his position at the commencement table and flops down in his chair. The room's sound system explodes with the sound of the whoopee cushion as the Admiral's rump hits the seat and then fizzles off at the end when it had depleted its air supply. A resounding cheer goes up, and we all have another glass of wine. Admiral Amory sleeps for the duration of the party. Then the head of the faculty lifts him from his chair and takes him home. Sergeant Grady, the security chief, is holding up the wireless mic and the limp whoopee cushion with a pained expression on his face. Then he spots Gordy and begins to move in Gordy's direction. I back away from Gordy and try to melt into the crowd, but security people are closing in from all directions. I look over at Gordy and say, "Good luck with your career, buddy." Screams erupt and people scatter. One woman screams, "A rat!" Just then, I see two scurrying gerbils racing through the lounge in a panic. I had to do a double take as they were wearing bright red and blue Omnifleet uniforms. Before I realized it, my mouth opened and I screamed, "Gordon, what the hell?" They look cute in the Omnifleet pilot and co-pilot officers' uniforms, don't you think? There are 1,000 miles of ductwork running throughout the ship. The stores are in one of the chambers, and the galley is close to the lounge, I say. Just how do you propose we recover these gerbils? Gordon shuffles his feet and says, "We can get Mandy and Herman back, don't worry." I gag and fight to catch my breath. "You brought a male and female rodent aboard my starship and turned them loose in the lounge next to the food stores?" I whined. I gagged and sank back, saying, "By the time we get halfway to our destination, there will be thousands of the damn things eating our stores and messing up our ductwork. By the time we arrive at our destination, there will be millions of them, and all of our food will be gone." Gordon just sits there. "I hadn't thought about that," he says. Turning to Mandy, I say, "Mandy, we should have a party at the end of the day for the crew." Mandy surprised me with her dancing skills. We danced some dances together, but she did some solos with the crew looking on and applauding. She did some of the ancient dances, like the boogaboo and the funky chicken, but when she did the moose, the crowd went wild. Who knew she could move like that? In the midst of the celebration, my phone rings, and I have to leave the celebration to answer it. Here we go again. It's Major Morgan. He says, "Captain, I have some strange news. We found a bar of metal with cryptic writing on it. It's in no Earth language known to humanity. It's definitely of alien origin." I ask, "How do you know it isn't just a coded message?" He responds, "Because the metal bar is an unknown alloy." Wondering how it got there, I ask, "Where was it found?" The Major says, "We are cleaning out Engineer Tamarak's locker, and I noticed this object. How long will it be before you can break free and meet me in the ship's lab area?" I say, "On my way." Mandy is having so much fun, I hate to interfere, but I approach her and say, "Number one, we have a new emergency in the ship's lab area. I will need you to accompany me there." She says, "Yes, sir." The ship's alarm sounds and the disaster team heads for the ship's store at the rear of the vessel. The storeroom is filled with smoke, and there is a mixture of coordinated response and mayhem. Major Morgan appears on the scene as if by magic. He is obviously sizing up the situation. The Major is starting to get cranky amidst all the chaos that's been going on. We never found the identity of the other 4 saboteurs. Now they're at work trying to destroy our food supplies. The Major says, "For crying out loud, there are more vulnerable targets on board than there are security forces to defend them." I tell Major Morgan, "Somewhere on this ship there is a transceiver tuned to the aliens' frequency. Our ship has no weapons, so we have to hope the alien ship is the only one out there." Mandy injects, "They were pirates, sir,